To love unconditionally is to guide, it is to present your points of view, your experience, your understanding of that subject, so that the other person can think. But the decision and conclusion is not yours, it is the other person's. So you are sharing your experience, so she can think about it. This is loving, not living the other person's way. It's not about putting yourself in someone else's path, it's not being that slave that the person is walking and you removing the stones from the path. Because tomorrow she will kick you and you will say, "Wow, but I spent my whole life removing stones from your path." And he will answer, "He took it because he wanted to, I didn't ask him for anything." And it's true, you took it because you wanted to. Because I wanted to beg for that person's love, he wanted to be nice, he wanted to be helpful all the time. And that being simply ignored him. And the worst part, you didn't make him stop, to learn the lesson that obstacle had, because you took it out of his way. And what did he learn? Nothing, because you didn't allow it, you removed the stone from his path. There was a lesson for him, but you didn't allow him to live the lesson. Because you didn't want him to suffer, and then you made him become more and more arrogant, more displayed. Because he is a person who doesn't go through anything, doesn't go through any problems, because you take them all away. Is this loving unconditionally? No, that's crawling and shrinking. And more, harming others, because you didn't allow that soul to evolve. On the contrary, you threw that soul onto the path of arrogance, onto the path of superiority before others, because she didn't have to do anything. So she thinks the world goes the way she wants, and she will never respect anyone, because there were no obstacles in her path, because you took them all away. This is not loving unconditionally, this is living someone else's life. It's trying to be the good guy, so that the other person sees you, gives you value. This is supplication, this is exchange, and unconditional love has no exchange. You give, you don't ask for anything in return. You just love, or just respect, and that's all right, nothing needs to come back. So why am I saying all this? Because you don't know how to act with unconditional love. It seems like you forgot everything I said. Ah, but there's one thing, don't wait here for me to teach you again, because I'm not going to. I just want each one of you to place yourself inside this story that I told. How do you love? Do you love to be thanked, to be worshipped, as a wonderful person? They always love to feel up there, their ego inflated. Why does everyone think you are wonderful? Or do you just live your life and let everyone live theirs? Help? Yes, when your brother is lying on the ground and doesn't know how to get up, and beg him for help, of course you can go there and pick him up, but not carry him on your lap. You can give him a friendly hug, give friendly advice and leave him in that place. Don't take him out of there and put him further forward, because then you won't help him. Being supportive is one thing, loving to ask for something in return is another. So you can, and should, always be supportive of that brother who needs help. But what kind of help? This is another problem, what kind of help? The help is like I said, it's lifting your brother up at that moment, listening to what he has to say. If you find it can help you in some way, you can help him, but not by doing it for him. How can you help him? Showing the way, opening a path for him to do. It's not you doing it for him, you're helping him. No, it's not. You are making him think that every time he has a problem, he will fall, he will cry, he will feel like the poor thing, and there will always be someone who will be there, will lift him up, will help him and do things for him. So he will be that person, who will be forever on the network, because he always has someone who comes to help, right? This is the great lesson, my brothers, knowing how to help. Helping is not doing for anyone, helping is not picking someone up. It's like a child. The person asks you for help, then I don't know how to do it. Very well, I will teach you. And you teach. A child at school doesn't know his lesson, you teach, you don't do the homework for her. Because if you do this, she will always know that she will have you to do her lessons for her. And when she is up front, when she has to be alone, what will it be like? She won't know, because you've always done everything for her. Helping is not doing for the person, helping is showing the way, teaching how to do it and letting the person do it. This is love. Because you are elevating that person, teaching them something they don't know. So you teach, look, you do this, and you will achieve it. Great, you fulfilled her role, you helped her, but he didn't do it for her, you taught how to do it. And she will, if she doesn't want to do it, that's her problem, you taught her, but you didn't do it for her. So my brothers, don't confuse help with exchanging feelings. Because he is always very helpful, I do everything they ask of me. Why? Because he wants to have that little plaque above the name O Solicito. I don't know how to do it, ask Fulano, who always does it for you. And everyone will look to you to do things for them. Are you helping them? No, you are helping yourself, to fill your ego, to make everyone remember you, because you always do everything they ask. Then your ego becomes immense. Then you will ask me, if this is wrong? There's no answer. So, I'm just going to say to you my brothers, I see each one of you and I see where the ego is, because that is ego, where egos are inflated. Because everyone remembers me. I help so much, everyone always looks for me. Look at the size of the ego, immense. The spiritual is at the bottom, because the ego is at the top. And with that sweet illusion, that you are helping others. No, it's not. It's changing, this is how you exchange and ask for love. Ah, I'm going to do this for so and so, so he likes me. That's it, it's an exchange. Why am I saying all this? Because I see the mess that is happening between you. I'm going to ask just one question, if Sananda came here and said, only those who are studying the letters will participate in baptism. What would happen? I'm not going to answer, I want you to answer. So, you are like ants in a sugar bowl. Head banging, everywhere, to be able to be there on the day. Where you should be banging your head, to elevate yourself spiritually, to study the letters. That this was the purpose given by Sananda, for the groups, all this time. Some have forgotten this. Everyone is now moving and everyone is begging, because no one knows how to do anything. Everyone has to depend on someone. Everyone has to ask for help. I would find it really funny if, after all this, Sananda came and said, it's over. Only those who studied the cards will go. Oh! It would be total despair. So I just want to tell you. To close, ask yourselves, what kind of love do you exchange, what kind of love do you live, all the time? That love, which helps teaching the lesson, teaching how to do the lesson and the person manages on their own, or that love that does everything, to be loved? As an exchange, for that person to love you, and your ego, up there. Ask yourself this question. Because there is no middle ground. No one loves a little or loves a lot. You love, you tend to give intensity to your love. This doesn't exist. Whoever loves, loves. You don't love a little or love a lot. If you love little, you don't love. It's like faith. Ah, I have little faith. So you don't have faith. Ah, I don't trust much. So don't trust. There is no weight in love, in faith, in trust. Either you have it or you don't have it. It has no weight. Ah, but I love my family more than others. Why? They are all brothers. So you love your family, and you don't love others, you like them. Oh! There is a difference between liking and loving. So you like others, love, you love your family, perfect. Now don't say that you love your family more than others, because you don't love others, you like them. There is no such thing as too little or too much love, there is love. So think about it. I see each of you, and as time passes, whoever continues acting, inflating their ego, you will get a return. No, I will not punish anyone, neither me, nor God. You are emanating this to the universe, you are begging for love. You will get it back, not love, I guarantee that. So I just want you to think about what kind of love you feel. It is the love in which you are first, and the others after, and it is that love where the other is free, where the other can follow the path they want, because they are free, no one is anyone's prisoner. You have a habit of imprisoning people by your side, why? Because I've loved my whole life. He loved because he wanted to. Don't charge someone else for something you gave. If you gave love, it was because you wanted it. If he didn't receive your love, the problem isn't yours, it's his, that he didn't know how to value what you did for him. And you are okay with your conscience, because you loved. But don't ask for anything in return. Whoever loves doesn't ask for anything in return, just loves. This is love. Anything other than that is not love, it's attachment, it's dependence, it's ego, it's anything but love. Because whoever loves is free, and whoever loves frees those around them. Nobody is tied to anyone. So think a lot about your attitudes. In the kind of love you are giving to each other. Think hard about where you fit into these stories I told. And continue to be desperate for sugar. Carry on. Because that's not the main objective, and you didn't understand. I can guarantee that. I am Archangel Michael. I love you unconditionally. And it is precisely because I love them that I try to teach them how to live properly.